But yeah, somebody will do it on an e-bike one day.
How long have you been e-biking for? Because been involved with GT, do you get early access to these things?
I was actually an early
adopter?
advocate when people were laughing about and there's a particular pro rider who had a really big e-bike career after his analog career was over. But I remember like the year before he started e-biking, he was making fun of me. Oh, you're getting old, you're getting gray hair, e-bikes, you know, how lame. And then like he had a whole like second, you know, like, and it's the big Mr. E-bike. And I actually did my very first e-bike ride back in '97.
Oh, what? No way.
Yeah, together with President George Bush. At the time.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Dude, talk us through this.
At the time, GT was just gone public, and they had acquired always other companies, like BMX companies usually or stuff, and they had invested into a e-bike company that was way ahead of its time. It was called Charger. Nothing to do with the English Charge brand, but I think they were called Charger, huge battery, and there was this event, and Bush was there speaking, and everybody was like, there's a photo op with the press if you want to do one. And at the time, I wasn't a big Bush fan, and I was like, I do it if I can do it with my bike. They said, well, then you have to wait to the very end, and we can come in. And I did actually back wheel hops, and he shook my front wheel instead of my hand.
What did he do?
Yeah. And he was super cool. But GT brought that Charger bike in there. And he test rode it in this hotel conference room, and he did some laps, and I followed him riding a wheelie, and I remember him like, oh, this is great. I need one for Barbara, his wife. And then he was like, oh no, I need two actually. I want one too. And then he was like, oh, no, wait, I need actually four. I need like two more for the Secret Service guys so they can keep up with us.
Whoa.
But so anyway, that was my first like rubbing elbows with e-bikes, and then
the president.
And then later, yeah, that was a funny little encounter. But later, I was into it like when it really started in Europe and like years before. And at the time, GT didn't have an e-bike.
Right.
So it was about 2008 or so, or 9. I converted one of my GT Force bikes, and I put a rear hub motor in there and added a battery, you know, like those bionic systems they had back then.
Yeah.
And I just used it kind of to go to the post office, kind of a bike, you know. Okay. But rode a little bit off-road with it, but that was early on, and then I had to wait, you know, when the boom then really kicked off. GT didn't have a bike initially, you know, and then ever since they have one, and now I've been like really into it. I've been working with Shimano really closely. I'm one of their ambassadors, and I think it's awesome. These bikes, you know, have opened up a whole new world, and for me, they came at the right time, I think.
Conversations absolutely. For sure changing. I think even between the people that I speak with, it's definitely changed so much now. Where before you kind of get, not ridiculed, but you'd be like, oh, you know.
Yeah, I had an e-bike when I first started riding for Focus, and it was like, it was in the contract. It was like, you don't have to promote this. They were really they were so cool about it. They were like, they didn't want to make me feel like I had to promote something I didn't believe in. And I went for rides on it, and I was like, it was already an amazing bike. It was already up to sort of modern standards. It was a Shimano motor. It was a good bike, but I was just on my own, and I didn't get it as much. Yeah. And then the moment a friend got one, then it was like, you know, it was like instant. It was like,
mixed rides don't work out so well. You have to be on the same bikes even. You know, people with half it, unless they're so much fitter, then you know. But then you have to be super fit to hang. But you need a mate to ride with. And
You've seen like the media landscape change so much throughout your career. What do you see now for mountain biking? Like, what is it do you like all the stuff on the phone? Do you like the YouTube, the vlog stuff? Like, what's your feeling on all of this?
Well, it sure has changed, you know, from back in the days. I mean...
Okay. Hey, man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so you can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.